Hi, I want to tell you something. My mom and I have both been volunteering at the Wings Home, and I think I have invited a dozen of my friends to shadow with me over the course of the past 2 years because we so desperately need help. We need volunteers. And it's been my personal passion because I can't imagine our community not having this home. I think about the families that we take care of, and they tell us, you guys are just a miracle. I didn't even know we had this in our community. And it's so beautiful. And I know because of my position on both the Wings of Hope Hospice and the Wings Home Board how important it is. And I can't have this home ever go away. And it won't be there if we don't have enough volunteers. So here's the reality. We are, as volunteers, the only guarantee that it will be here tomorrow. But we also can't keep imposing on our current volunteers because our volunteers are getting older. And if we had more volunteers, the load is just lighter for all of us to carry together. So I get in this habit of I look at my friends and I think about those friends that are extra special, that loving woman, and you see them, not all our friends are the same. And I'll see that person that tends to love extra hard on someone, and I'll tell them about the home, and I'll say, this is why I volunteer, and I'll tell them a story about what it's like to volunteer, and I do get emotional, and I'll let them see that emotion because it's super beautiful. And then I ask them, would you ever be willing to come and see if it's something you would be interested in doing, because we really need help. And we really do right now. We really need help. But I'm intentional about who I ask. I don't just ask everyone, and it's a personal ask because it has to be a special person who loves people. So I've been bugging my mom, and because you can do that when you're a mom, and they have to still love you. And I'll say, Mom, you're a volunteer at the Wings Home. Why are you not telling your friends about it? Why are you not inviting your friends? And if you know my mom, Fran Cole, she is bubbly to the point of irritation, kind of like me. and she has a lot of friends. And she said, I just don't know anyone that I could ask. And I'm like, I checked her and I said, Mom, you mean at your church there is not some special person? And she says, I just can't think of anyone. So I used to go to her church, so I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, Mom, what about so-and-so? What about Tammy? And she thought about it, and she says, yeah, I suppose I could ask her. But you know what? It's been probably a year, and she hasn't. And I've been annoying her for a long time about this. So knowing we are in really bad need of volunteers, I decided to bug Sweet Mom one more time. And I said, you need to ask Tammy. So guess what? She called me today. She said, you know what? I talked to Tammy today. And she said, you know what she said? She said yes. And she said, in fact, if her daughter wasn't moving to the other side of the state, she would have her daughter do it with her too, because her daughter loves people. And she would have a heart for caring for people at the end of life. And my mom said, she said yes. So now I'm going to talk to Mary Soul at Wings of Hope, and I'm going to find out when there is a shift open that we can go together, and she can shadow and she can see about doing it. And Mom was so excited. Here's the deal. We are in desperate need of volunteers. I would like to challenge each one of you to think about a friend, a person that you know, that you watch, that is special. And I want you to tell them about the Wings Home, and I want you to ask them if they would ever consider giving a 5-hour shift once a month to help out, so that we can continue to have that home available for people that are dying in our community to have somewhere to go at the end of life for free, where there's never a bill, because that's what we need, and we are desperately needing that. So I would really like to challenge you to think about that. And if you are not part of Wings of Hope, call 686-8659 and tell them you have a person. Even if you don't volunteer with them, they'll get somebody to volunteer with them so they can check it out. But we need your help. Please, please.